Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam sejahtera dan selamat pagi and good morning. Selamat datang kepada peserta webinar series ke-7 program studi Teknik Sipil TAU. Kalau di Malaysia namanya kejuruteraan awam, ya Profesor Narimah ya, kejuruteraan awam. Ya, okay. Jadi webinar ini nanti menggunakan mungkin bahasa sedikit campuran Inggris dan Melayu atau Indonesia. Kita satu rumpun. Audiens yang teregistrasi ada lebih dari 200. 4 dari audiens dari Malaysia. Terima kasih kepada Pak Rektor Tanri Abeng Universiti, Bapak Dr. Tanri Abeng MBA yang telah hadir, telah bergabung, dan Profesor Dr. Narimah Kasim dari Universiti Tun Hussein Malaysia atau UTHM Johor. Thank you for attending the webinar as a speaker. This is the 7th webinar series of Civil Engineering Study Program. This time atau kali ini topik is technological development in construction project management atau dalam bahasa Indonesia perkembangan teknologi dalam manajemen proyek konstruksi. Introduction discussion was the Rector of Tanri Abeng University, Mr. Dr. Tanri Abeng MBA, Mr. Tanri Abeng, former BUMN Minister and former Chairman of Pertamina, the biggest oil company in Indonesia, and the Honorable Mr. Tanri Abeng. Please provide a welcoming speech and introduction to discussion. Kepada Pak Rektor, Pak Dr. Tanri Abeng, kami persilakan untuk memberikan sambutan sekaligus pengantar jalannya diskusi dari program studi. Silakan Bapak.
Ya, terima kasih ya Dr. Idi Namara yang baru saja memperoleh gelarnya, dan selamat sekali lagi atas nama Universiti dan pribadi saya. Ya. Kepada para peserta saya menyampaikan selamat dan tentu special thanks to Profesor Namirah Kasim ya, from Universiti Tun Hussein Ong, Malaysia, which I think you are in Johor. Am I correct? You're in Johor, yes. I think this is a very special lecture. It is very important. The topic on technological development in construction project management is very, very key. There are a couple of areas in which why this is so important. Number one, you talk about management. Management mengurusi complexity and efficiency. Jadi management. And then we talk about project management. Project management is so key because in any organizations, project can be complicated and it requires a lot of attention for delivering efficiency. And when I talk about efficiency, I talk about effective utilization of resources, particularly financial resources. But secondly, which is equally important, is efficiency in delivering time. Project, most of the time in Indonesia, encounter delays. Selalu saja terlambat. Now, when you have a project like a petrochemical, refinery and petrochemical, like in Pertamina, one refinery and petrochemical require $15 billion investment, which is approximately 230 trillion rupiah. I think in Malaysia is even, yeah, also, at least it's about what, 65 billion ringgit, for example. Now, that's a lot of resources. Can you just imagine if you delay or if you have overrun? It is therefore very important to manage project. Project itu sangat penting untuk di-manage. It's so much so that in Pertamina Indonesia, we have a special director to actually oversee project management, big project or mega project, because they are not only complex, but they also require a lot of investment. Even Petronas in Malaysia, they have a senior vice president equivalent to a director in Indonesia who actually overseeing project delivery. So project is very, very key. And I am glad that you include management, because everything we do require management attention. And I want to repeat that management itu mengurusi both complexity and efficiency. It is therefore very important to have technology. Now, technology is actually continuing to develop. Yeah, technology is basically now indispensable to delivering any work relating to business, particularly, of course, in this case, in the area of construction management. So I hope participants, para peserta, will learn, will develop their understanding on this very important aspect, technological development in construction management. And again, I would like to thank Professor Narimah Kasim for taking time out and connecting with Tanri Abeng University. Who knows that between University Tun Hussein on yang ada di Johor, which is very close to Jakarta, can have a relationship where our students may be able to visit, vice versa. So let's start this, kita awali dengan suatu semangat, ada persahabatan, ada kemungkinan kerjasama. I am the chairman of Indonesia-Malaysia Business Council. It was still developed during Tun Mahathir was the prime minister, the first one. And also a member of the Internationally Advisory Board of the Islamic Economic Forum, chaired by Tun Musa Hitam. So I am very familiar and I have a lot of friends in Malaysia. Jadi kalau bisa nanti mungkin melalui Profesor Narimah kita bisa mengembangkan hubungan. Jangan pada hari ini saja, tapi pada hari-hari esok. Untuk itu saya sekali lagi menyampaikan terima kasih dan selamat kepada para peserta. Dr. Didi, again, thanks for taking the initiative, dan ini penting bagi Tanri Abeng University and of course for the students. Saya persilahkan untuk meneruskan acara yang sangat penting ini. Terima kasih.
Oke, terima kasih Bapak Rektor, Bapak Dr. Tanri Abeng MBA. Sebelum kita mulai, persilahkan untuk IT supporting untuk menyiapkan lagu himne kampus. Silakan.
future, you will need to find the right place. Tanri Abeng University, we build our leadership. Tanri Abeng University, we are career ready professionals.
We have attitude and integrity. We will change the world with our skills. We are ready to face the world. When there's hope, there is Tanri Abeng University, we build our leadership. Tanri Abeng University, we are career ready professionals. Tanri Abeng University.
Oke, terima kasih. Saya akan memperkenalkan Profesor Dr. Narimah Kasim. Saya berkenalan dengan Profesor Narimah Kasim di Brunei tahun 2016. Mudah-mudahan Profesor masih ingat di acara International Conference di CHAT di UTB, Universiti Teknologi Brunei. Kemudian juga kami sering email-emailan, kemudian berrelationship, berkawan di Facebook. Alhamdulillah sekarang beliau berkenan hadir. Profesor Dr. Narimah Kasim merupakan Profesor Madya Construction Management di Universiti Tun Hussein on Malaysia atau UTHM. Bachelor beliau dari Sipil Engineering dari Universiti Malaya, Master from Management Technology UTM Johor, PhD atau Doktor di Civil Engineering UK United Kingdom, Loughborough University. Pada Google Scholar ada 85 paper dari Prof. Narimah Kasim, H-index itu 8. Ini luar biasa. Mudah-mudahan kesempatan kali ini Profesor Narimah Kasim bisa membagikan share knowledge, pengalaman, ilmu, sharing session di Indonesia. Dan ini bukan dari kampus kami saja, ada beberapa kampus dari Central Java, West Java, di luar Jawa juga ada, dari Sulawesi, dari Sumatera juga. Terima kasih. Saya kira untuk sesingkatnya kami serahkan kepada Profesor Narimah Kasim untuk mempresentasikan. Please, silakan. Oke.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terlebih dahulu yang saya hormati Bapak Rektor kita, Bapak Dr. Tanri Abeng, MBA, Rektor Tanri Abeng Universiti. Terima kasih kerana sudi menjemput saya pada hari ini. Okay, saya amat bersyukur dan mengucapkan terima kasih. Dan juga yang saya hormati Dr. Idi Namara, iaitu Ketua Program Studi Teknik Sipil, para panitia iaitu para urus setia yang menguruskan acara ini pada pagi ini, dan semua para peserta webinar yang terdiri daripada pelajar dan juga pengajar ya Dr. Idi, ataupun dipanggil kalau di sana dosen betul kan? Okey, dosen yang turut serta pada webinar pada kali ini. Saya amat bersyukur dengan limpahan kurnia daripada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala kerana memberikan saya peluang untuk berkongsi. Saya bercakap bukan hanya untuk memberikan sesuatu, tapi hanya untuk berkongsi apa jua pengalaman saya dalam bidang pengurusan pembinaan dalam industri pembinaan ini, untuk kita sama-sama mendapatkan input ataupun ilmu pengetahuan daripada apa yang saya ingin kongsikan. Okey. Sebelum itu saya ingin memaklumkan, allow me to deliver my speech in bahasa Inggeris because my slide presentation in bahasa Inggeris or English. Tapi kita boleh selang-selilah dalam bahasa Melayu ataupun bahasa Indonesia sebab kita satu rumpun, okey?
Ya.
Boleh nampak ya? Boleh nampak ya?
Ya, bisa. Ya. Boleh nampak, ya.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Today I would like to share, about the technological development in construction project management. This is a webinar from Tanri Abeng University, Jakarta, Indonesia. My presentation outline, this is related to the construction project management, technological development, advantages, challenges, and where we need to look on the way forward from that, in terms of the technological development and the importance of the technology implementation in the construction industry, and lastly will be the conclusion. As we know, the construction industry, I'm sure everybody know when we talk of the construction industry, required to manage large team of people, and also the equipment, in order which different companies design and construct complex buildings. So this is where we can see that the construction industry require large processes. And then construction, as Dr. Rector said that, this is a business, the construction industry is the business. So when we do the business, we require to review our processes from time to time. Now, when we want to implement new technology, so why we need to implement the technology? So this is for sure to maintain competitiveness. So construction is the major process in the construction project life cycle where many parties involved and need to reach target productivity. When we say that productivity, so it's related to cost, time, and quality. Cost is related to the financial, time is about the duration of the project, and then the quality. Normally, the quality of the construction industry or the construction project is low. So this is where we need to look on that. So make sure when we manage construction project, we need to achieve target productivity. So construction industry could be described as a substantial economy for the global growth recorded or predicted, 3.1% for the 2020 for the growth of the construction industry compared to 2.6% in the 2019. But now, due to the pandemic COVID-19, the forecast for the growth in 2020 has now been revised down to 0.5%. This is based on the COVID-19 pandemic is occur globally. So For the Malaysian perspective, okay, the value of the construction work, okay, for the first quarter 2020, the growth of the growth of the construction work 6.3%, while the quarter 1 2020 amounting 35 million compared to the previous year 2019 in the quarter 4 is allocated about 37. So this is we can see that is look on the decreasing of the construction work. And then when we look on that, okay, there are main state contributed for the 20.7 billion or 59% value of the work done in 2020 actively doing the construction work is from Selangor, Wilayah Persekutuan and Johor in Malaysia. Yeah. So this is that one is the perspective on the Malaysia perspective of the Malaysia. When we look on that the construction industry in general, so this is about the we always face issues. Okay, for example, we have the issues related to numerous skilled workers requirement, because in the construction industry we need to face various processes, because every project is not identical, because every project they face a different when you want to construct a building. And also the issues related to the productivity when we look on the cost, time and the quality, where we said that about the cost, time and quality, where this is the important thing we need to tackle effectively or efficiently in order to make the construction industry can be achieve the target, okay, to achieve the productivity. And also the issues related for the technology implementation. We will discuss further about the technology implementation later in the slide. Okay, so what I want to say generally about the issues when we want to implement technology implementation is about the awareness, okay, of the industry player, and also the requirement of the technology can be implemented in the construction industry should be overlooked on that. We'll need to look on that. And also now we look on the sustainability. When we look on the sustainability, construction industry need to focus on the sustainability, where we need to look on the economic factor, environmental factor, and also the social factor. So this is the various issues related to the construction industry. This is iconic building of the Kuala Lumpur, Suria Kuala Lumpur City Centre, Malaysia, in Malaysia. This is an icon building. Okay, I'm sure when we want to develop this building, okay, is require all party involved in order to manage this project is critical in order to fulfill the target. And also we have the signature tower at Jakarta, Indonesia. I'm sure when we manage the project is require, we need to manage appropriately in order to achieve the target. Now, we come to the construction project management. Management, okay. What I can say that management, okay, management is involved the planning, controlling, coordinating. All these factors is important. When we look on the construction project, how we want to manage the construction project, which are required to manage a lot of people. Okay, many parties involved, many stakeholders involved, like the contractors, engineers, architects, okay, the QS, quantity surveyor, and everything. And also we need to have a budget on that in order to manage the construction project. And also we need to look on the quality. So anything, any part in the world, okay, anything in the world is required the quality. So how by doing the project management, we can control all these things. So the construction project management, where we can see that what is the construction management actually. Construction, or specifically construction project management, is the management of the construction project by appropriate planning, coordination, and controlling within time, quality, and cost. So we need the money in order to do the project. We need to follow the standard requirement in order to maintain the quality, and then we have the time, okay, period, in order to be controlled appropriately or effectively, in order for not to we require extension of time or not. So this is where we need to look on that. Sustainable, when we talk about the sustainable construction management, is required to provide available resources such as money, equipment, okay, and also we need to look at the economical advantages, environmental protection, whereby by doing the new construction, we want to develop a new places, new area, is not give critical or need to where the environmental, we need to manage, we need to control the environmental, so it can be affected to the environmental. And also when we come to the social needs, okay, social needs, this is related to the client needs or client demands, because the client is will look on the time quality and time quality and cost. So this is when we talk about the business, everything is money, everything is money, so we need to on that. So by look on the sustainability in the construction management, we need to tackle about the economic factor, environmental factor, and also the social factor. So when we look on the other industry like the manufacturing, retailing for this production is already actively get benefit from the implementation of the technology. But for the construction industry, I'm not say that not implemented, but not fully implemented advanced technology in construction management practices in managing the construction project. So there are many technology available in the market. So the construction industry player should get benefit from that, or get opportunity to use that technology in order to manage a construction project effectively. So when we look at the managing construction process, we need to control every stages of the construction process. We have the pre-construction, we have the construction stage, we have the post-construction stage. For the pre-construction, it's related to stages where we need to do the planning and also the design. So from start, we need to control the cost, time, and budget. Okay, cost, time, and quality from start. From the early for the initial start, for the pre-construction, we need to look on that. And then during the construction as well, the project manager, the project engineer should look on that, the activity, the process, to control, to maintain, to coordinate effectively the construction in order to the construction can manage, can be construct within the time, cost, and quality. And also when we come to the post-construction, so this is where the activity where we can use that building or the infrastructure, and also after that we need to do the maintenance. So these three stages, okay, three phases is required to be managed properly, okay, for the managing construction process. When we look as a whole, in order for us as a project manager or engineer, in order to manage the construction project, we need to manage the information properly. What is the information? Information is about the drawing information, the quantity, the equipment information, the material information. So this is where we need to manage the information appropriately. And also how we want to produce the physical project, okay, within the specific time, cost, and quality, and then achieve the target and achieve the needs of the client needs. Okay. So when we look at the construction project environment, okay, we normally can label the construction project environment with 3 Ds, okay, with the D stigma, the dirty, dangerous, and difficult. So this is a 3D stigma. So how we want to manage it, how we want to control this one, okay, the construction project, this stigma, okay. So this is where normally, okay, we can see that, okay, for example, like the construction industry in Malaysia, why we still rely on the foreign worker in doing the construction industry, do the project activities, because the construction, the Malaysian people, okay, not really want to do the job like for the dirty, dangerous, and difficult. But from time to time, we need to fulfill the need of the workers, where we want the local workers to do the job for the construction project. Okay, for the construction project, this is involved many things like the labor, material, equipment, construction, team members. Okay, and then we have the parties involved in the construction process. We have the architect, mechanical engineers, okay, construction managers. All these parties, all these stakeholders need to collaborate, need to cooperation as a teamwork in order to make the construction project become effective, become effective. So when we look at the function of the construction management, the construction management, what is the function? Okay, this is for us to specify project objective and plan. In order to specify the scope, budget, schedule, setting performance requirement, and selecting project participant. So when we wrongly select the project participant, the quality of the project will be become a problem in the future. So when we select the project participant, it is very important, and also look on the scope, budget, and everything. And also it's required for when we manage the construction project, is required for us can be minimize the resources efficiently through procurement of labor, material, and equipment. So we need to control the budget, not over budget, okay, with the good quality. So we need to maximizing the resources efficiency. And also we need to implementing various operations through proper coordination and control of planning, design, estimating, contracting, and construction in the entire process. So the planning is important. Coordinating, when we coordinate, when we do the planning, after we complete the planning, we need to coordinate when we do the construction. And then when we keep changing, if everything happen, we can overcome the problem. So this is the function of the construction management. And also we need to developing effective communication and mechanism for resolving conflict. If there is a conflict, we can resolve effectively. Now, this is the main focus for this presentation. The main focus for today's webinar is about the technology development. Okay, when we talk about technology, when we look on the construction activity, on the construction project, everything is technology. For example, when we do the scope, when we want to do the plastering, so when we use the mixer, so this is the technology we use, what is currently available in the market, what is already practices in the construction industry. So when you look on the technology is the something can aid, okay, can aid the activity of the project, of the construction project, the construction activity more effectively. Okay, but for a long time, construction productivity has not been satisfactory due to low quality, over budget, okay, and then we have extension of time. because of it's required to manage construction project, okay, effectively. So many research before this is look on the focus on the construction activities, while a few studies explore the nature of the construction technology of the protection system. This is for the research perspective, okay? So, but from time to time, the increasing research is related to technology is become increased because of the need of the technology in the construction industry in order to manage the construction. So, as I said before this, like the manufacturing industry, industrial industry is already adopted, okay, the ICT, the information technology, or the technology, advanced technology to manage to do the activities, okay. However, the construction process do not implemented advanced construction technology. What we can say that the advanced construction technology, advanced technology is already there, already in the market, but how the industry player can get benefit from that, so where can be fully utilized, where this is about time, the industry, the construction industry try to look on that, try to look on the technology and then fully implemented the technology, okay. What I can say that mostly, okay, the construction project are still built under the traditional way. What is the traditional way or the conventional way, where they do the plastering, where they do the concreting, okay, they do the activity in the construction site, okay, by aid, by supported with the workers, okay, with the workers, okay. Yes, of course, the workers still needed in the construction industry, but if we implemented the construction technology in the future, we can replace, or we can increase the skill of the workers, okay, in order to doing the job, doing the work or the construction activity more effectively, okay, more effectively for their activity. So and normally the use of IT or information technology or technology in construction has often failed to produce the result, okay. So this inefficiency of operation may largely result from particular complexity factors, because the construction industry is a very complex, okay. They involve many stakeholder, many equipment, many materials, okay. So this is required for the construction industry player to manage the construction industry appropriately. So what is the technology? Technology is the tool, techniques, machine, and action used to transform organizational input. So we have the input. What is the input? If we want to construct the building, we must have the input. We must have the material. We must have the information, the material, also the labor, also the equipment. Okay, all these are the input. Okay, and then the information. What is the information? The information is the drawing information. Okay, the number, the quantity information, the planning information. So in order for us to have a product or the services. So technologies include hard machinery and software procedures. Okay, so this is where we can see that technology influence performance. Okay, hopefully they influence performance and achieve the strategic objective. So if we can see this figure, so we have the flow, raw material, where we want to have the product or services. So by implemented the technology, we can transform the process by support with the tool and machinery technique. We have the software, hardware, procedures, ideas, so it to meet customer needs. So the challenges, okay, the challenges for technology implementation in construction industry is currently we rely on the labor to doing the job, to doing the activity. Now, how the technology can be compete with that labor. Okay, so the construction industry is relying to the labor. Okay, so we need to face that challenge, the technology, how we want to implement, the technologies, and then and also how we want to overcome the low productivity, how we want to create the job by implementation of the technology, we can increase the productivity. So this is the challenges. And also how with the technology implementation, we can increase the effectiveness. Okay, while now we have normally we have faced in the ineffectiveness, low productivity. So how we can overcome on that. Okay, so this is everything we need to face. Okay, by implementing the technology. Okay, in the construction industry. So that's why in the Malaysian perspective, okay, under the government agency, Construction Industry Development Board in Malaysia, this is a government agency, is already actively promote the development and usage of new and relevant technologies in the area. So by this CIDB, they will promote the technology to the industry player, the construction, the contractor, the engineer, the architect, and every stakeholders in the construction industry in Malaysia, how to promote the development and usage of new and relevant technology in the construction industry. So in by the technology implementation, we can get an opportunity, okay, in order to use current technology, okay. For example, we have the like in Malaysia, we have the industrial building system IBS. I'm not sure about the Indonesia. Maybe they said the manufacturing system, okay. Maybe they're familiar of the precast component, but in Malaysia we name all these industrial building system IBS, and also we look on the building information modeling, and currently we look on the industrial revolution IR 4.0 technology. This is more advanced, such as we want to more utilize robotic technology, automatic, big data, virtual reality, artificial intelligence, AR, drone, and everything, where this technology is already available in the market. So how this technology can be penetrate to the construction industry. This is a big challenge to the construction industry in terms of utilization of that technology. So for example, the opportunity by doing the robotic technology, maybe by current practices, we using the many workers in order to do the brickwork, okay, in order to do the plastering or the concreting, okay, but maybe we can use or fully utilize for the robot, for example, concrete floor finishing, a paint spray robot, floor finishing, okay, for the in terms of the robotic technology. And now we look on the beam. Beam is a digital model of modeling that can be visualized through several related software. By implementation of the software such as Revit, Navisworks, Bentley, etc. So this is where can help the project manager to forecast the project more appropriate, okay, in order to control if something happen in the future, they can overcome that problem in the initial stage, maybe in the planning stage, so they can control the budget from that. So for the augmented reality, such as we can visualize, okay, the project when we come to the construction site. Okay, so if we want to look on that, what is the building will be construct on that area, so we can use augmented reality AR. Okay, is to easily look on that, and then we can look on the drone. Okay, we can the drone can facilitate to control the project activities. to monitor the workers, to control the workers, the materials and others. So all this technology, I'm sure can be benefit to the construction industry to be utilized. So with that opportunity, uh, it can be give impacts of the technology implementation in managing construction project. I can say that how they can give impact. They can give impact with the 2S and 1C. What is the 2S and 1C? 2S is the skill and systematic, and then the 1C is the compatible. For the skill, if we implement the technology, okay, so we can have opportunity or the impact to strengthen the skill of using the latest technology. Actually, when we want to implement the new technology, we actually sebenarnya bukan mau menghilangkan uh, penggunaan manusia dalam aktiviti, but we can strengthen their skill, okay, their skill in order to use the latest technology, okay, in the construction management. And also from there, if there is a skill, so maybe the skill by using the latest technology, so they can do the job more effective, okay, to follow the standard requirement as provided in the contract and everything. Okay, and then when we come to the systematic, so yes, the construction project is we need to have the many activities like the foundation, like the concreting, okay, and then we need to construct a building stages by stages. If the building there are many stairs, bertingkat-tingkat, okay, so we must step by step, okay, in order to achieve maybe 20 stairs, okay, 20 level, 30 level and everything. So we by implementing the technology, so we can do the project more systematic way. For example, we can through the use of the latest more systematic way. That's mean everything is in the system. So from the system, when workers look on the system, they know, okay, from there what they should do from A to B, from B to C. So this is more systematic way. And then when we talk about the compatible, everybody love comfort. Everybody want to do their job more comfortable. Okay, like us. Okay, like in our office, we have the air conditioning. Okay, or any facilities to give our more comfort. So this is for what? If we implement technology to the construction industry, for the construction industry, construction activity, so we can change the stigma of the construction project environment, which is 3D, to more sustainable. So that's mean the construction industry become systematic way, more skilled workers doing the job, okay. So when the workers have the skill and doing the job systematic, so maybe we don't have a wastage. Yes, of course, they still have the wastage, but we can reduce the wastage in the construction site. So this is where the impact by the opportunity to implement technology in the construction industry. So when we look on the Malaysian perspective as well, for the current status 2018, this is recorded by Construction Industry Transformation Program from 2016 to 2020 by CIDB Malaysia. For 2018, they targeted for the Q4 2018, there are 11 public work department that using BIM, Building Information Modeling Level 2. Okay, but for the IBS usage, okay, for the public project they achieved 80% in 2018. But for the private project, still low, only 31.7% in 2016 and 40% in 2014. But the construction industry in Malaysia try to target or try to have anticipated outcome by 2020 by 100% of public building project above RM 100 million for JKR building project can utilize BIM level 2. Okay, and then it's required also to BIM e-submission in terms of the contract into drawing, okay, for the Q4 2020. And also they targeted, they want to achieve IBS 80% of the total for the project, for the IBS, for the government project, okay. And then and also by 2020, the construction industry in Malaysia is already developed a roadmap how we want to utilize the digital construction and industry 4.0 in the construction industry in Malaysia. Okay, when we look at the development of technology implementation, we already have the current technology implementation. For example, when we want to manage the construction project, we want to manage the time. We use the Primavera, we use the Microsoft project, we use Excel, we use other software related. Okay, for the engineering, they use the software in order to design. Okay, and then for the technology in the construction activity, they use many equipment. Okay, so this is the current technology implementation. And then we move to the in order to construction activity use the conventional method or maybe cast in situ ataupun kita buat di situ di tapak bina, kita buat concreting di tapak bina, kita develop objek ataupun sesuatu objek itu di tapak bina. Kita hanya pakai sekarang ini, kita mungkin we change to the industrial building system IBS, and then we look on the building information modeling in order to more on the managing, okay, managing for the construction project, and also now we look on the more on the digital construction industry. So this is where we want to look on that how we want to use digitalize all the information can be digitalized. How the information can be easily identified, or we can get the information easily, okay, when we do the construction. So this is as a process, technology implementation in construction process, where the designer using the CAD or the visualization, tendering, construction, in order to planning, scheduling, computer aided facilities, conception of needs, business information. So this is where the collaboration workspace, okay, in terms of the technology implementation. So now we come to the example of technology implementation. So we look on the various example. We look on the various example. So for example, for the current activities, we use the AutoCAD, maybe use AutoCAD 2D. We can show the 3D view, okay, for the drawing. Okay, the engineer can look on the 3D view, okay, by using the AutoCAD in order to visualize or animation system, 3D studio, okay, in order to look on the to visualize the construction project, okay, from the drawing. And then for the engineer, okay, they have the software in order to design, okay, to design the project. Okay, and then for the quantity surveyor, they use computer aided cost estimation like the estimate, manifest, or many others technology available in the market. Okay, and then for the project manager, okay, they use planning, scheduling, asset manager, asset management, like as I said, Microsoft project, Primavera, Power project, plan in order to plan and schedule detailed construction activities. Okay, So this is for the example of the mobile devices. Okay, we can use mobile phone or smartphone. We use PDAs, we use tablet, we use notebook, where we can easily bring that technologies to the construction site. Okay, in order to retrieve any information. Okay, so can easily to get the information when handling or monitor the construction project. And then we have the radio frequency identification. What is the radio frequency identification, RFID? So this is a technology where we can provide the system to track either material, either equipment, either labor, okay, by automation, okay, by automation. For example, so for the inventory tracking, so they can automate and give real-time information, error-free tracking for the inventory. And then the system also can streamline material tracking, okay, provide reliable advanced information, optimize planning on schedule, quickly find available information, and also can provide accurate material status and inventories, accurate information, okay, about the material delivery, human, about the material misplaced, missing, not received, and anything. So this is example, the way the use of the technology for the tracking human or tracking material or identify material, okay, in the construction site. It's required to provide the system where they have the reader and the tag in order to communicate, okay, to communicate each other. Okay, so from the RFID technology implementation, there are a few benefits such as productivity improvement, availability of real-time data capture, job tracking, better quality control, better stock control, reduction in paperwork. There are many, okay, benefits we can have from the RFID implementation. So maybe anyone here not familiar about the industrial building system, but in Malaysia we call it an industrial building system. What is the IBS actually? IBS is a construction process that utilize technique, product, component, and the system which involve fabricated component on site installation. Okay, so the products, the product, system, and technique used in making control is make a construction become faster and we can control the quality. For example, when you look on the picture there, where we need to construct the component, okay, like the slab, like the wall, okay, at the manufacturing area, okay, or the factory. And then it's required to transport, by doing the transportation, the product or the element to the construction site. And then when the product delivered to the construction site, they will be do the installation. So this is a few project, okay, use the IBS, okay. So where we can have we need to construct or manufacture, okay, or we fabricate the component at the manufacturing, and then we transport, and then to do the installation at the construction project. Okay, what is the building information modeling? Building information modeling is a modeling technique associated set of process to produce, communicate, analysis of digital information model of the construction project. So this is required for the industry player to collaborate from the design stage, from the pre-construction, construction, and the post-construction. So whereby the aid for the software is required to have that building information modeling can be utilized in the construction industry. Building is BIM is a digital model of building visualized through several related software. Okay, by supported, is required the software in order to visualize, okay, by if we want to use the building information modeling. So BIM is used during construction is intended to show all effects of data life cycle of the building, including operation inside the building. Okay, and then a model-driven design makes it possible to create an intelligent representation of real-world structures such as a building infrastructure. As I said before this, so this building information modeling by supported the technology or the software, they can predict, they can forecast what is the problem can occur. So if they can detect from the software, from the system, so they can detect earlier, so they can overcome the problem. So this is a few benefits, okay, for the BIM. So for the design aspect, so for the design, we can use the software in order to change the way we design, okay, from the manual to by using the software or by using the computer or the software in order to get more appropriate for the drawing, and also we can control the budget for the budget aspect, okay, where we can see or forecast the problem in the future, okay, and then communication aspect where we can easily transfer the information for every stakeholders where collaborate each other, and also documentation aspect. The communication is more systematic, scheduling, more appropriate scheduling. So for the BIM application in Malaysian construction industry, normally for the BIM implementation application for the architect, they use Revit. They use structure for the structure engineer. There's a Revit structure. Mechanical engineer, they use Revit MEP. Electrical engineer, they use Revit MEP. Project manager, they use Navisworks. Quantity surveyor, they use CosX. So this is BIM technology can be we can use, okay, for the briefing stage, design stage, analysis stage, manage stage, review, which available in the construction available in the market. So when we see that in the as a world overview, you can see that, okay, the country, the fully utilized or start to plan, okay, start to use, okay. So but they from this reference, they not allocated the Malaysia and also Indonesia. They only provide for our nearest neighbor, Singapore, okay. For 2050, only obligatory or mandate, okay, to use they start to enforce to use BIM by 2015, and also you can see many countries start to use the BIM, okay. So we move to the implementation for RR 4.0 in construction industry. So what is the RR 4.0? Okay, RI 4.0 or fourth industrial revolution in current trend of automation and data exchange, okay, in order to provide more digital, okay, more digital information, okay, information when we want to retrieve the information during the construction activity effectively. Okay, so when we look the revolution, the first revolution, second revolution, third revolution, and now we come to the fourth revolution. You can see the transition, you can see the changes. Where the first revolution, we start use the water power or steam, and then second revolution we use the electrical power, and then from the third revolution, we want to use the more on the automation. If we look on the manufacturing, they start to the automated process, and then for the now come to fourth revolution, more on the automators and more digital information. Yeah. Okay. Now for the IR in the construction industry, RR 4.0 will see construction coming in line with more digital. Okay, digital, where we want to see digital industry through a revolution. Okay, revolution of physical structure are design, build, maintain. Okay, and then the Malaysian Productivity Corporation MPC also want to enhance productivity level by the adoption of modern construction technology such as IBS and also BIM. And by the adoption of IBS and BIM, construction industry can enhance and elevate the level of productivity, quality, and safety of the construction in order to achieve higher cost effectiveness. So this is based on the by Chief Executive in 2018. So how they try to promote, how they try to give support to the construction industry in terms of adoption of the technology. Okay, the technology. So this is a few example of the steel frame welding and concrete finishing robot where the technology we can use, okay, implement more sophisticated technologies, okay, to become more construction project more systematic, okay. We can provide the skilled workers, and also we can give the construction activity, construction project more comfortable, okay. And then we can see that how they fix we have the installer window, installer robot, demolition work, and also we can attach the tile, okay, in the wall and the floor. And now we look on the drone application where we can use the application of drone for the land usage, work progress, security monitor, the construction site, construction project inspection, monitoring of the employee, the workers, the equipment, and everything in the construction site. So this is where the benefit we can use the drone. Okay, and then this is where the augmented reality AR, where we can see, we can visualize the project, okay, at specific area through the computer or through the smartphone. So from there we can see that, oh, okay, that area we want to construct that part or that building. So this is related research in technology application, where research done by me and also my student. So this is where the implementation of technology. For example, we have the intelligent metal tracking system for the iMyTrack. So this system is developed in order to manage material more intelligent, okay, more effectively, automation. So this is interface of the intelligent metal tracking system where we can manage the material at the construction site, okay. And then this is achievement of the iMyTrack. And now this is the research done by my student, okay, to study about the barrier and driver for the enhancement of the implementation of ICT, information and communication technology, for the IBS production. So when we look at the barriers and the drivers, so there are many elements, okay. For example, for the barriers, we have the people barriers, technology barriers, policy barriers, process barriers, cost barriers, and also we have the drivers. Drivers, that means we have the advantage, in order to people, technology, policy, process. Okay, we can see that I'm focusing on the barriers, where this research result, the findings of the research, for example, for the technology, lack of the flexibility of new technology, IBS process hampered with conventional method, poor collaboration. So when we want to implement technology, the collaboration is very important, and then lack of reliability. And then what we need to do is for the drivers, review of ICT system and standardization of the software. So we talk about the what is the construction industry in general, and then I give you the information about the construction project management, and then I introduce to you about the technology implementation, what is the current practices about the technology implementation in the construction industry, what is the challenges, what is the need for the construction industry in terms of fully implementation of the construction industry. what is the technology available in the construction in the market where the construction industry can get benefit from that, such as building information modeling, such as prefabricated, such as IBS, industrial building system, like the technology RR 4.0. So all these things is the where we need to focus on, where the industry player need to tackle on that, need to look on that for that in order to start to think about that or start to fully utilize the technology. So when we come to the advantages of the implementation of the technology, so there is a few advantages I can list it here. So for example, by the implementation of technology, so we can provide an integrated work environment. The integrated work environment is the collaboration for the stakeholder in order to reduce the risk. Okay, where we can see that the technology where we can integrate to create a very good work environment, very good work environment. Okay, where we can integrate, so everybody can easily integrate, can collaborate to each other, and also integrating the process of construction in engineering. Now, currently we can see that okay, engineering, they have their own system, they have their own technology, and the construction, they have their own technology. But now by fully where we implement sophisticated or new technology, we can merge together, or we can integrate the construction and engineering processes. And then we can also the other advantages, we can eliminate manual extraction of drawing through data exchange or other method of integrating process. And also we can enable the visualization. I think the visualization is a very important currently, because we can see that the technology, the future more easily. So maybe we can know the building, what is the building look like, what is we need to add that building, what is the color of the building, what is the system need to be included in the building. So we can easily by doing the visualization, we can easily understand and know that one. Okay, and then reducing the design deficiency through data exchange platform. So this is a few advantages. If we still have the challenges, okay, we can't only look on the advantages, we still need to face the challenges where we need to overcome, okay, by implementation of the technology. So this is the challenges. So what is the challenges? So of course the very important thing is we as an industry player or industry stakeholder involved, okay, from the workers, from the owner or the client, from the consultant, from the contractors, so need to change. Okay, so it's required to change. Okay, start to aware, start to do, start to utilize, start to implement the technology. So the challenge is the human resistance to change. And then it's about the construction industry itself, because the construction industry or the construction project is fragmentation, and also this rugged and unique nature of the construction project. Okay, and then the construction environment is always, we can label it with the 3D, dirty, dangerous, and difficult. So this is a little bit challenge. This is a challenge for us as an industry player to implement the technology in the construction industry. And then aversion to additional project risk, and also lack of the leadership. Okay, is we require the leader, the people can use that technology. So initiate to start the technology. And then of course, when we have a new technology, the training requirement is important in order to develop the skill of the workers. Okay, so it's required training requirement challenge. and also regulatory barriers. So we need to look on the how far the government get have a initiative or bring or give the benefit, give the initiative, okay, to the construction project in order to fully utilize technology, and also the liability about the budgeting and everything. Okay, so we come to the end of my presentation. Okay, we need to look on that. We already know about the advantages and the challenges, okay, and the challenges. Now we need to look on the way forward. Okay, what is the way forward is required for the industry player to look on that. So first, we need to avoid impediments. Okay, avoid impediments. So we need to start. Okay, try to create an environment. Okay, fully utilized, easy to use. Easy to use technology. Have the skill on that, and also sustained effort. Okay, we need to develop the effort to use that technology, and then a new business model is required to change the current business, the old business to the new business by doing the implementation and try to collaborate to others with the already implemented the technology, and then share learning and knowledge management. So we need to share the knowledge, okay, the technology. Okay, and then what we need to strengthen is the research and development (R&D), where in the future the construction industry or the construction project, or we want to effectively manage construction project, is we need to strengthen the research and development. So we need to see on that how we want to fully utilize the building technology, technology in the construction industry. Okay. So I happy to share the quote from Nawaz Sharif about the technology. This is the quotation. The technology, a game for the rich, a dream for the poor, but a key for the wise. So we need to implement the technology in order to have the construction project, or managing construction project is more to achieve the target, to achieve the productivity, and also, and the very important thing is to achieve the need of the client requirement. Okay, but from me, do construction industry, I give the question here, do construction industry ready to fully utilize technology for the construction management? But for me, this is about time to improve. Ini sudah sampai masanya construction industry try to fully utilize. Okay, I don't say that the construction industry not utilize the technology. Yes, they utilize the technology, they implement the technology, but there are the space, there are the potential for the construction industry to be fully utilize the technology for the construction management. So this is about time to improve. Okay. So as a conclusion for my presentation today, technology development in construction project management for the construction industry is tremendously important in current activities. The challenges of technology implementation in the construction project management is required properly handled to meet client needs. So that's mean we need to properly handle on that. So we need to overcome the challenge. From time to time, we need to overcome the challenge. We need to face the challenge, try to overcome, okay, and then try to give the suggestion to how we can fully utilize the technology in the construction industry. And also the industry players should change the mindset and ready to change. And technology must reliable and applicable in the current market. Yes, we can have the technology in the market. We can easily, but how we want to use it, how we want to fully utilize it, this is a little bit challenge for the construction industry, where it's require the enforcement, the initiative, the skill requirement, and the awareness from the industry player. Okay, So before I end my presentation, so this is my background. Okay, maybe for the further communication, further information you require from me, you can email to me or WhatsApp me. Okay, so you can try to you can communicate with me through that. Okay, before I end my presentation, saya nak bagi pantun lah ya, Dr. Idi. Saya nak bagi pantun sedikit. Dari Johor ke Jakarta, singgah sebentar ke Tanri Abeng Universiti. Mencari ilmu pengetahuan sebagai harta, semoga perkongsian ini dirahmati. Dengan itu, saya mengucapkan terima kasih and thank you kepada yang sudi mendengar presentation saya pada kali ini. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Luar biasa presentasi dari Prof. Namirah Kasim. Nanti ada Q&A ya, Q&A, tanya jawab. Tapi sebelum tanya jawab, mohon IT supporting kita sesi foto bersama dulu. Nanti untuk Q&A atau tanya jawab, silahkan bisa menulis di grup chat atau di grup chat request untuk bertanya secara langsung. Jadi bisa ada dua alternatif, satu dengan menulis di Zoom group, atau yang kedua di Zoom group request, nanti akan saya persilahkan, nanti akan diberikan kesempatan untuk bertanya langsung. Silakan untuk IT supporting, Pak Hadi, Mas Ari atau Mas Rizky untuk foto bersama, sesi foto silakan.
Boleh.
Ya.
Semuanya silakan open kameranya.
Open kamera silakan.
Baik, saya hitung mundur ya. Di sini kita ada 3 roll, jadi semuanya agak bersabar ya, karena ada 3 roll, ada 3 layer di sini untuk foto. Layer pertama di saya akan foto. 3, 2, 1. Terus saya pindah ke roll kedua. Di roll kedua pada belum aktifin kamera ya.
Belum bisa, maaf Pak.
Oke, nggak apa-apa. Oke, terakhir 1, 2, 3. Oke, terima kasih semuanya.
Oke. Silakan berikutnya siapa yang ingin bertanya, kami persilahkan dulu. Bisa request di Zoom group chat. Nah, ini oke. Dr. Hilmi. Dr. Hilmi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkongsian yang sangat menarik. Saya ada mempunyai soalan, bagaimanakah construction industri ini dapat meningkatkan jalinan kerjasama antar bangsa dari berbagai aspek dalam sektor pembinaan. Terima kasih. Ini Dr. Hilmi from Malaysia atau from Indonesia ini?
Malaysia.
Oh, Malaysia. Oke.
Okey, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum Dr. Helmi dan kepada semua. Terima kasih kepada semua yang dapat mendengar, yang dapat join, dapat bersama-sama pada kali ini. Soalan ini amat menarik untuk kita fikirkan bersama. Okey, apa yang saya boleh respon di sini adalah macam mana kita nak mewujudkan jaringan, okey, jaringan antarabangsa. Okey, kalau kita tengok daripada ataupun pengalaman-pengalaman macam mana kita nak sama ada kita nak menghubungkan jalinan, okey, maksudnya perbanyakan projek-projek di luar negara, kolaborasi antara contoh Malaysia dengan Indonesia, macam mana kita boleh mempertingkatkan kolaborasi itu, projek itu dilakukan. Okay, so kita memerlukan pasaran, okay, market yang amat bagus, yang mana kita perlu meningkatkan contohnya kalau di Malaysia sendiri, maksudnya kontraktor di Malaysia sendiri kalau hendak buat kontraktor kerja-kerja pembinaan di Indonesia harus menunjukkan prestasi yang amat baik, yang amat bagus supaya industri di luar, contoh di negara lain, percaya akan organisasi tersebut supaya boleh dibuat projek di negara tersebut, contoh di Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, whatever lah, di negara Arab, UAE dan sebagainya. So kita memerlukan jaringan, memperkukuhkan. Okey, itu dari segi dasarnya. Tetapi kalau dengan teknologi sekarang kita ada teknologi, macam mana kita nak promote kita punya business. Kita ada medium, banyak medium seperti Facebook, okay, Twitter, Instagram, okay, whatever, sekarang TikTok. Okay, so sekarang ni kita boleh mempelbagaikan medium untuk kita promote. So daripada situ, sebab itulah pentingnya teknologi. Pentingnya teknologi di mana sesuatu organisasi itu boleh mempertingkatkan supaya dapat bersaing lebih kompetitif kepada industri di luar, kepada negara luar. So bagi saya memang kita kena tengok kepada teknologi, kepada teknologi di mana kita boleh mempertingkatkan jaringan, okey, jaringan antara negara Malaysia contoh, ataupun Indonesia dengan Malaysia, Malaysia dengan Indonesia, ataupun negara-negara mana sekalipun, sebab dengan teknologi kita tanpa sepadan, ya doktor, untuk semua, kepada Dr. Idi dan juga kepada semua, dengan teknologi kita tiada sempadan, kita boleh berhubung. Macam ni saya tak perlu pergi ke Tanri Abeng, tapi saya boleh share knowledge saya kepada pelajar-pelajar di sana, kepada semua yang dapat menonton, yang dapat bersama-sama dalam webinar ini. So teknologi, teknologi itu penting bagi saya, dan saya pasti teknologi lah yang akan mempertingkatkan jaringan tersebut. Okey, itu saja.
Okey. Berikutnya dari Grislia Sirlando bertanya, bagaimana menghubungkan terapan industri, industri implementation, industri konstruksi dengan industri teknologi pemrograman. Terima kasih.
Boleh Dr. Idi perjelaskan lagi?
Okey. Relationship antara between terapan industri konstruksi dengan kemajuan teknologi berbasis IT atau pemrograman IT. Maybe example BIM, drone, robotik, teknologi pemrograman dengan industri konstruksi. Hubungannya seperti apa?
Macam mana kita nak menggunakan teknologi tersebut dalam pembinaan, projek pembinaan. Okey. Contoh macam saya tunjukkan tadi, okey, kalau kita pakai robotik, kita boleh menggunakan teknologi robotik seperti teknologi menampal jubin, ataupun mengecat bangunan, cat bangunan. Okey, ataupun kita pasang tal ataupun jubin, ataupun kita pakai robot untuk buat floor concreting ataupun kerja konkrit untuk, so itu salah satulah. Okey, itu untuk robotik. Kalau building information modeling, kita buat dari segi perancangan, kita menggunakan software seperti Revit. Okey, seperti yang saya tunjuk dalam screen, dalam slide tadi, kalau jurutera, engineer, dia pakai software apa? Contoh Revit structure. Kalau arkitek, dia pakai Revit architect. Okay, kalau Microsoft Project, Visworks. Kalau mechanical and electrical dia pakai Revit MEP, mechanical and electrical plumbing. So daripada situ dia boleh gunakan, okay, maksudnya dia start design menggunakan software tersebut, dan apabila design itu sudah ini menggunakan BIM, apabila software itu sudah selesai ataupun para jurutera, arkitek membuat reka bentuk bagi sesuatu projek. So daripada situ dia boleh melihat projek apa yang nak dibuat, dan dia boleh the sistem boleh menunjukkan macam mana kita boleh melihat apa yang akan berlaku. Contoh, saya beri contoh di sini. Kalau kita secara konvensional drawing, dan kita daripada drawing, kontraktor, pengusaha akan membuat mengikut daripada drawing tersebut, dia akan ikut drawing tersebut untuk membina bangunan. Lepas itu bila sudah siap membina bangunan, dia membuat kerja-kerja maintenance ataupun penyelenggaraan. Okey, daripada situ, so sekarang ini biasanya kalau kita buat projek pembinaan, dalam projek pembinaan tiba-tiba ada masalah berlaku. Kita tak boleh mengikut seperti apa yang telah dirancang ataupun seperti dalam drawing. Dan mungkin dalam kerja-kerja penyelenggaraan kita tidak boleh kita mendapati sesuatu masalah timbul. So apabila kita menggunakan building information modeling, kita nampak sesuatu masalah itu dapat dikesan awal dan daripada situ kita boleh overcome ataupun kita selesaikan, di mana kita boleh cari jalan penyelesaian dulu macam mana kita nak menyelesaikannya supaya dia tidak increase ataupun meningkatkan cost dan juga mengurangkan kualiti, dan juga supaya dia tidak memberi tambahan masa dalam semasa kerja. Biasanya apabila masalah berlaku dalam masa construction, dia akan mengakibatkan kita lebihan masa, ada terlebih masa di situ di mana kita perlu overcome that one. Bila kita lebih masa, dia akan memberi kesan kepada cost dan juga kualiti. Itu pandangan saya dari segi itulah. Kalau kita tengok daripada revolusi RI 4.0 itu lebih kepada digital. Digital ni, okay, so kita akan easily kita akan senang dapat maklumat tu as long kalau tapak projek kita infrastruktur internet dia bagus. Okay, contoh macam ni kita sekarang sedang berhubung. Kalau internet saya ada masalah, saya tidak boleh berhubung dengan anda semua di sana. Okay, dan juga di mana-mana tempat sekarang ni. Okay, tetapi kalau kita internet infrastruktur ataupun infrastruktur untuk internet tu bagus, kita boleh dapat maklumat tu easily. So maksudnya itu yang kita cakap digital information. So maksudnya bila kita pergi tapak construction site, kita boleh pakai augmented reality dan sebagainya, kita boleh pakai BIM dan sebagainya. Kita tengok, oh okey, kerja ini perlu siap bila. Okey, apa bahan perlu digunakan untuk di sini, bentuk bangunan ni macam mana. So semuanya itu boleh dilihat kalau kita menggunakan teknologi RI 4.0. Okay, itu sebagai contohnya lah.
Okey. Masih ada 3 question. Yang pertama dari Zainah Ahmad Yusof. Assalamualaikum. Menurut pandangan doktor, bagaimana peranan education provider merealisasikan teknologi implementation?
Okey.
Ya, silakan.
Terima kasih Zaira. Okey. Apa yang penting? Okey, apa yang penting? Okey, seperti saya cakap, teknologi available dekat market sekarang. Sebagai educator, dia tanya pasal educator. Okey, sebagai educator, kita kena merebut peluang macam mana kita nak memperkenalkan teknologi tersebut kepada para pelajar effectively, dengan berkesan. Dan para pelajar sendiri boleh menggunakannya. Bila mereka bekerja, mereka boleh menggunakan teknologi tersebut. Di mana mereka tak perlu dilatih semula sebab industri memang memerlukan para graduan, para pelajar yang telah habis belajar mempunyai teknologi ataupun kemahiran-kemahiran tersebut supaya mereka tidak perlu menambah additional cost untuk menghantar para pekerja mereka untuk belajar teknologi yang baru. So bagi saya, universiti, peranan edukator, peranan pendidik di universiti, whatever industri ataupun politeknik ataupun di mana-mana tempat pusat-pusat pengajian perlu menitik beratkan kepentingan penggunaan teknologi dan juga macam mana kita boleh create pelajar boleh menggunakan teknologi tersebut sebelum mereka keluar. So maksudnya kita kena susun balik kita punya kurikulum ya, di mana kita lebih banyak kepada enhance. Macam sekarang ni pelajar tidak suka kalau kita bagi lecture terlalu lama. Terlalu lama, banyak sangat, mereka cepat boring. Mungkin kita perlu ada kreativiti tertentu untuk menjadikan sesuatu itu mudah dipahami dan senang dipahami. So bagi saya, peranan educator tu sendiri perlu ada skill knowledge tersebut, teknologi tersebut dan boleh diajar kepada para pendidik dan kepada pelajar dan para pelajar boleh menggunakannya, ambil manfaat padanya dan apabila bekerja nanti boleh menggunakannya.
Okay. Next question from Ariel Nathanael. Selamat pagi Prof Narima, saya Ariel ingin bertanya hambatan apa yang sering ditemukan dalam pengaplikasian BIM dalam dunia konstruksi. Thank you. Hambatan itu semacam rintangan atau halangan.
Rintangan, okey, rintangan ya. Okey, banyak research sekarang ni di Malaysia kita bukan lagi awareness. Kita bukan kalau di Malaysia ya, kalau current practices ni everybody ataupun semua pengusaha-pengusaha di Malaysia ini sudah tahu berkenaan dengan building information modeling. Okey, seperti saya cakap tadi, building information di Malaysia penggunaannya adalah level 2 ataupun boleh kita cakap di sini apa maksud level 2 tu? Itu adalah kita boleh katakan sudah ada kolaborasi antara semua industri partner ataupun stakeholder, jurutera, arkitek, QS, dia boleh collaborate menggunakan BIM. Okay, so baru level 2, dia boleh collaborate. So maksudnya dia boleh transfer data dan sebagainya, boleh collaborate menggunakan BIM dan mereka pun menggunakan BIM, so dia boleh collaborate. So bagi saya halangannya kalau kita katakan berbalik kepada yang senario di Malaysia ni, kalau kita tengok berkenaan dengan research pun, kita dah tak mengkaji dari segi awareness, kita nak mengkaji dari segi macam mana kita nak mempertingkatkan penggunaan teknologi BIM itu. Mempertingkatkannya maksudnya kita boleh contoh katakanlah untuk mengurus untuk dari segi drawing macam mana kita nak mempertingkatkan penggunaan Revit tu di kalangan engineer. Okey, sebab daripada BIM tu nanti kita boleh transfer. Okey, maklumat tu kepada arkitek. Okey, arkitek boleh communicate dengan engineer. Sebab biasanya akan ada berlaku konflik antara engineer dan juga arkitek, berlaku masalah antara masalah komunikasi dan juga macam kena kita boleh nak menyampaikan maklumat tersebut kepada kontraktor. Okey, berbalik kepada soalan tadi, halangannya ya. Okey, halangannya tu pada saya adalah kita okey, yang pertama pada saya adalah skill requirement. Kita punya para pekerja perlu ada skill dan juga kita punya pengusaha itu sendiri perlu ada inisiatif nak menggunakan teknologi tersebut dan para pekerja boleh menggunakan. Dan yang kedua yang pentingnya juga adalah jaringan internet, okey, infrastruktur tu. Sebab construction industry ni kalau kita lihat, bila kita nak develop atau kita nak bangunkan satu tempat yang baru, biasanya kawasan itu jauh daripada ataupun pendalaman, di mana jaringan internet itu amat sukar kita perolehi. So itu adalah kekangan-kekangan jugalah. So apa saya boleh katakan di sini adalah skill dan juga skill penggunaan teknologi tersebut yang perlu kita mantapkan, yang perlu kita kuatkan dan juga kepada jaringan infrastruktur kepada internet. Sebab kalau di Malaysia ini memang negara kita sedang mempertingkatkanlah penggunaan mungkin daripada 4G ke 5G supaya lebih senang kita nak menghantar maklumat dengan mudah, dengan cepat dan sebagainya.
Okay. The last question. One more.
Okay.
Okay.
Apa tak ada masalah? Tak ada
From Jonathan Felicius. Mudah-mudahan nggak salah baca.
Ya.
Saya Jonathan dari Universitas Tarumanegara, Jakarta.
Okay, Jakarta.
Ingin bertanya, saya akan bertanya dalam bahasa Indonesia dan boleh dijawab dengan bahasa Inggris. Apakah pelaksanaan teknologi 4.0 sudah bisa benar-benar terlaksana dengan baik di negara-negara berkembang dengan cost yang sama dengan teknologi konvensional? Karena yang sekarang terjadi di negara berkembang, cost pada pekerja jauh lebih memadai daripada sewa atau memakai teknologi. Maka kini dengan cost yang terbilang jadi lebih besar. Terima kasih.
Okey. Terima kasih. Saya suka soalan ini berkenaan dengan macam mana kita nak compete berkenaan dengan penggunaan manusia, pekerja dengan teknologi. This is a big challenge, a big challenge. Benda ini, perkara ini memang sentiasa dibincangkan, memang sentiasa dibuat penyelidikan berkenaan dengannya. Kita boleh cakap berkenaan macam ni lah ya, kita boleh cakap berkenaan macam ni, kita boleh put in something. Saya bagi contoh yang mudah saja. Okey, kenapa kita nak pakai smartphone? Kenapa kita nak pakai smartphone? Kenapa? Okey, kita kena tanya, kenapa kita nak pakai smartphone? Okay, kita boleh pakai telefon biasa, betul? Telefon biasa untuk berhubung antara satu sama lain sebab ada beberapa option. Okey, dan banyak juga smartphone itu banyak jenisnya. Okey, banyak featuresnya, banyak yang berlainan setiap brand itu. Okey. Persoalannya saya cuba tanya di sini. Okey, kenapa kita memilih untuk pakai smartphone yang paling termaju? Kenapa? Sebabnya itu adalah untuk kemudahan. Kita boleh saja guna. So kita boleh saja guna telefon yang biasa. Kita still boleh berhubung. Tetapi dari segi competition, okey, mungkin dengan yang pakai smartphone yang paling hebat tu boleh mengambil gambar dengan lebih cantik, boleh menghantar maklumat dengan lebih cepat dan sebagainya. Berbalik kepada soalan tadi, okey. Penggunaan pekerja manusia secara konvensional dengan teknologi. Okey, penggunaan teknologi ni seperti saya cakap tadi, bukannya kita nak menghilangkan terus pekerja. Saya bagi contoh lagi ya, Pada zaman pandemik 2019, okey, mungkin di Malaysia kita panggil Grab Food, penghantar makanan tu. Kalau di Indonesia panggil apa ya Pak Idi?
Sama, GrabFood juga.
Grab Food, okey. Yeah. Grab Food. Okey. So dia pakai teknologi kan di situ, maksudnya para nak order makanan, kita order melalui online dan buat makanan akan terima maklumat tu dan dia memerlukan orang ataupun Grab, orang yang boleh bawa Grab Food tu untuk menghantar makanan. So maksudnya sekarang di sini dengan teknologi yang ada, perkembangan teknologi terkini yang ada, maksudnya kita bukan melupakan penggunaan manusia tu, tetapi kita meningkatkan skill mereka supaya dapat membuat kerja dengan lebih teratur, lebih berkesan, lebih sistematik dan juga lebih ada skill, lebih sistematik dan lebih comfortable, di mana seperti yang saya cakap tadi, whatever project pun kita nak target productivity, cost, time dengan quality. So mungkin pada asalnya kita perlu melabur dengan harga yang mahal. yang tinggi pada mulanya. Tetapi apabila kita dah menggunakan teknologi tersebut dengan maintenance yang rendah, so kita boleh ambil balik keuntungan tersebut. So di segi bisnes lah, kalau di segi ekonomi kita boleh tengok di situ lah. So maksudnya sekarang apabila kalau kita menggunakan teknologi, mungkin kesilapan penggunaan manusia itu semasa buat kerja, saya tak kata bila kita menggunakan manusia selalu buat kesalahan, selalu buat kesilapan semasa memasang ataupun mengikat batu-bata dan sebagainya. Contoh sebagai contoh. Tetapi mungkin ada kekurangan. Tetapi kalau kita dibantu dengan sistem, dengan teknologi, mungkin perkara-perkara itu boleh dielakkan di mana kos tambahan mungkin kita boleh elakkan. Itulah respon saya. Respon saya berkenaan dengan soalan tersebut. Kita kena balance lah, balance manusia dengan teknologi supaya kita boleh construction industry ni lebih kompetitif dalam di dunia untuk lebih terus maju. Okey.
Oke, saya kira cukup. Sudah jam 10.50 waktu Jakarta, atau di sana pukul 11.50 ya, di Johor ya.
Ya, 11.50.
Di Johor Batu Pahat.
Tak apa.
Oke. Saya mengucapkan terima kasih banyak ke Prof Narimah dan seluruh peserta. Nanti materi presentasi akan kami share. Ya, Prof Narimah, nanti mohon dikirim ke saya untuk
Dr. Idi, saya boleh share QR code dia kalau siapa nak snap sekarang. Saya cuba QR code.
Atau ke WhatsApp saya aja nanti. Nanti saya akan share ke
ke
peserta. Ya.
Oke. Boleh. Oke.
Ya. Jadi terima kasih juga ada dua sahabat saya yang hadir, Pak Denny, Kaprodi Teknik Sipil Universitas Kristen Maranatha Bandung, dan Kaprodi Teknik Sipil UNES Semarang, Bapak Aris Widodo. Terima kasih sudah mau hadir, dan terima kasih untuk seluruh peserta. Pak Rektor juga, Pak Rektor nampaknya sudah live, ada kegiatan lain, Prof Narimah nanti.
Tak apa.
Dan ya, mudah-mudahan nanti next ke depannya atau setelah pandemi mungkin kita bisa diskusi lagi, atau kampus kami akan berkunjung ke UTHM di Batu Pahat.
Silakan. Oke.
Ya. Oke, sekali lagi terima kasih. Semoga webinar ini membawa banyak manfaat bagi kita semua. Nanti juga di share materi itu ada kontak person dari Prof Narimah. Silakan kalau nanti ada yang ingin berkomunikasi, ada di email beliau di materi presentasi tadi. Saya akhiri. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih semua.
Waalaikumsalam. Sama, ya.